All right.
Alrighty then. Do it.
I still say one of the best songs ever written. Gotta love it.
Gotta play that in church.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's me. I'm Wild Bill with my buddy Chad over there on the split screen. What is happening, Mr. Chad?
I am ready to talk about some Chiefs football and some game within the game stuff.
Yep.
Some good, some bad. And then, of course, coming up Sunday night is the Chiefs and Packers off of this win against the Raiders,
Yep.
double-digit win. I'm telling you what, man, that first part of that, I thought, what is going on here? They were up 14-0 Raiders, and then the Chiefs found their groove. I hope this is a game that you start to see them slowly turn the corner and start into the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I think that this has been I think the Chiefs have finally figured out their turning point. I think they finally are figuring out how to make everything work together. I think it just finally started to click for them. So I really hope it is that way. I mean, I really hope that it sticks with them and that it keeps going. I really do.
Yeah, I think part of it was we have a new star in the making. Let's see what he does 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Rashee Rice had over 100 yards.
Yes.
You know, and a nice touchdown run. So I think that will take the pressure off of Travis Kelsey, who's being triple team held. Heck, they might as well get a saddle and throw it on his back, Bill, because that's what they do is they hold that guy all game long.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe I was watching some more clips, and it wasn't just the Chiefs game that I was watching clips. I was watching stuff on YouTube, and I cannot believe the amount of fighting that so many of these teams are doing against other teams. I can't believe all the missed calls and bad calls that I'm seeing. They're blatantly grabbing the jersey and just yanking the guy all over the place, and they're not calling holding on that. And I don't understand what's going on with it, but you got two guys running down the field and one bumps the other guy and it's pass interference, even though the guy never had a chance to catch the ball. I mean, it just the just absolute piss poor calling is.
Yeah,
it's mind-boggling.
Do you remember the touchdown that Justin Watson had, and that defender bumped him and knocked him on the ground? Well, that's illegal contact.
Oh,
right?
He hit him hard, knocked him right on his butt, and he got
that's
right
illegal contact. Yeah, he caught the ball and got in his face, but who got the penalty?
Yeah, he gets unsportsmanlike conduct.
Chiefs get the penalty, and he's ref again. Oh, the refs are helping. No, they're helping you out because they don't want us to win all the time.
They keep saying that the refs are helping the Chiefs. The refs are not helping the Chiefs. The Raiders had how many penalties? Almost none, or
yeah,
3/4 through the game, they didn't even have a single penalty yet. They didn't have one penalty, and there was all those missed calls that they should have had penalties on.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a YouTube video. They counted like 12 different times there was holding from the Raiders on the Chiefs that were not called. They were blatantly obvious, not called.
And same thing back in the Super Bowl, Bill. Oh, that hold was they shouldn't have called it that time. No, it's holding. He held him twice in one play. There was numerous times where they were holding Chris Jones and grabbing him by the throat and double teaming him and throwing him on the ground where he couldn't get to the quarterback. And there's numerous times they're doing the same to Travis Kelsey, couldn't get open. They didn't call it.
Yeah. And that was something else I've been seeing here the last couple of weeks. some of these players are actually physically picking up other players and body slamming them. How is that
Yeah.
not a massive, massive penalty? I mean, this isn't the WWE.
No,
We're
it's
not
not. It's
wrestling. We're playing football, and they're over here busting out these wrestling moves and just slamming people on the turf. What? Come on.
oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't
I'll
know.
be the first one to admit I loved wrestling back in the day. I watched it all the time. This new stuff, I can't get into it, but you know,
Yeah, I watch clips of it. And
I'm over here watching football. I'm not watching wrestling, and I don't expect my football to be wrestling. And
right.
here, it just seems like lately, the referees just aren't doing what they need to do. I don't know if they need to start something where when they miss a blatantly obvious penalty like that, I don't know if the NFL itself needs to get involved and say, hey, you know, you need to look at that. That was a blatant penalty. You should have called that.
Well, just watch. Okay, watch this. The Chiefs start to get ahead by 2 scores. They'll start throwing those flags.
Yeah,
Okay, because if they say we were talking about earlier, the point spread, Vegas, all that.
yeah,
I don't believe it's fixed to the point where they try. Maybe, but I think they try to point shave because of the betting.
yeah,
So you watch the Chiefs just start throwing net flags. Oh, there's Taylor, the most penalized guy on a Chiefs team in the NFL because they don't want him to score it, but then sometimes they score anyway.
yeah,
So um, there's a lot of thought behind that. I may be wrong, but everybody I talk to seems there's some type of all these betting apps that are they
yeah,
advertising and stuff. I don't know. Uh, it's fun, if you win. It's not fun if you don't win. Um, so back to the game itself. You know,
yeah,
there was a Raiders player after the game said that I know we're a better team. We have more dogs than them. No, no, you're not.
no,
No, and and same with the Broncos. They're not better. Are they getting better? I see that our division will be a little tougher next year. I think our division is going to get better, but I still say we're top dog. And I think that we could have probably put some more points on the board, but we were running out the clock and all that
yeah.
stuff. That defense started tightening up, but Nick Bolton, you, will be. I'm hoping he'll play this week. He's off of IR, but he probably won't be back till the next game after the Packers.
Yeah.
So, is there any players that you were excited about on this game, Bill?
Well, Rice was doing great. I mean, he's gonna definitely be a good up and comer. I mean, we're just gonna have to keep an eye on him, make sure he gets the ball, and keeps getting the ball. Um, I mean, yeah, we're seeing more and more good stuff come out of the team and some of these players, but we've got to keep the players that are making the plays. We got to keep them on the field and not keeping them getting yanked off the field. Once they start doing some of these plays, that messes up the rhythm, and they're not going to be able to keep making the good plays. So, if they're making good plays, leave them out on the field. Because if
Yeah.
they make a good play, oh man, that was great. You did great. Come on, take a seat. Why?
Well, let me tell you something about Patrick Mahomes. He's a little bit of everything, and what I mean by
Yeah,
that is some of his biggest plays is breaking out and a plays breaking down and gets outside the pocket. But in the pocket, it's all about his rhythm. And if he's knows what the guy's speed is, he knows where that guy's going to be at, and
yeah,
you can't stop him. And that's what was happening. They left. They had some receivers that are hurt and whatnot, so they had to give him more reps. So now what's happening is, okay, I got this timing down. I know where he's
Yeah.
going to be at. I know exactly what he's going to do. And now this gives
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey open, because I was saying, where's he been the last couple of weeks? Well, he can't do it by himself. So
Yeah.
you're right. They got to leave these guys in there. They can't be rotating those guys in and out all the time.
Yeah.
Leave that guy in there.
Absolutely.
You see them taking out our I mean, they'll rotate our defensive line, but the main guys are always in there, like
Yeah.
McDuffie and all
Yeah.
their cornerbacks are always in there. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they'll pull them for a play or two just to let them catch their breath, you know. But I mean, for the most part, they are always out there.
right, right. So you're right. The rotation is everything. Now I got Cole Hardman. He's on the IR. Um, then he gets some consistency and somebody that's going to be on the field, man. I mean, that'll help you out like 80% there.
Yeah.
So hopefully Rice will stay in there. Um, MBS had a good block for Rice running down the field where he cut back inside and went right in the end zone. So hopefully MBS will get going, because he was good in the AFC Championship game last night. Last year he helped us win.
Yeah.
So you said something about Kelsey.
Yeah.
Something about
I thought it was really weird that I saw on Facebook that Machine Gun Kelly apparently has offered Kelsey $500,000 to switch teams, to go to a different team. I'm like, why?
I got an idea. How about this, Machine Gun Kelly? How about you change teams and root for other real team? Okay,
Yeah.
how about that? Well, did I say that? I didn't mean to be mean, but he should just come over if he likes Travis Kelsey and root for him. You know,
I mean,
uh,
the
yeah.
Chiefs
So
are great. More, we'll give them a warm welcome, and say, hey, come on over, join us, and be a Chiefs fan, and forget about all the second and third, fourth place, and so on. People, stick with us. We're number one.
that's right. That's right. Speaking of Travis Kelsey, there's been some talk about he's lost a step and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for the year. I mean, I've seen great players, you know, have a slow step because of an injury right off the year, and by the end of the year,
Yeah.
they're up to full speed. It may take him 2 or 3 more games, and he'll be up to full speed. And not only that, he's still going to get 1,000 yards this year and about 100 receptions. He's still going to do it. You know, I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
So, do you think he's lost a step, Bill?
Well, I I think he has slowed down just a little bit. I mean, he's still got that drive. He's still got that fire in him. Um, I mean, I had heard him say something a while back. I think it was last season, how he was hurting from previous injuries. Um, but he hasn't said, he didn't say until this year that the previous injuries, the pain he's feeling from these previous injuries are really bad. So he's really talking about retiring because he's all beat up. He's hurt. So I mean, if he's really injured and he's really hurt, and I don't blame him if he wants to retire. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
you're right. Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather him be, you know, uh, still, you know, pretty much healthy and alive rather than beat all to hell and can't hardly function. And, then we're losing games because they're trying to keep a guy in there that can't physically handle it anymore.
well,
I mean,
maybe pain wise he can't, but I still think he's physically able to. Here's the thing: I think he's got 1 or 2 more years, and then he's going to be done. He may be done this year, but at the most 2 more years. I think that's what he's got, and I think his brother, like we were talking about on the last show, I think he's thinking the same thing. I think both of those guys, are thinking of retirement within the next year or so.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. I think that's all they have. So this is where the Chiefs have to start finding some playmakers next year,
Yeah.
because Kelsey could say he could hang it up. So
I mean, we're not going to know. We're not going to know until he does it. I mean, we know some of these players, they should have retired years ago, and they finally have to force them to retire. And I don't think it's going to get that way with Kelsey. I just don't want him to leave for the wrong reasons. Some people are saying it's because he's with Taylor Swift and all that, and that's why he's wanting to retire.
well,
I don't
it
think
probably
that.
help. It probably not, but it probably helps a little bit. I mean, but yeah, I think it's more of the pains and stuff you were talking about.
Yeah.
So that happens. I don't know. It may, if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, he may just ride off in the sunset. I won 3 Super Bowls. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He may do that. So we'll see how the rest of the season turns out. He may start kicking ass again, where he's getting multiple touchdown games, and then all of a sudden he has a revived energy. So all right, well, Bill, I have this other subject, and we were talking about it too.
Yeah.
Um, the game. Remember, I was talking about the game within the game. That's what I'm going to call when I bring another subject from the game itself.
Yeah.
And I'm very irritated, very mad, because not everything is racist. Give me a break. If my kid wants to dress up as a pirate, doesn't mean he's trying to be racist. All right.
Well, I mean,
I have
you
a
could dress a kid up as a pirate. That doesn't mean he's a pirate. You can dress a kid up as a cowboy. Doesn't mean that he's a cowboy. You can dress a kid up as an Indian. Doesn't mean he's an Indian.
doesn't mean he's this guy. Okay. Right.
And this kid, he's actually Native American. His dad is on the tribal council. So I am so fed up. I am so fed up with all these morons out here trying to make everything in a big cause, a big scene. You got to just make everything out to something more than what it is.
Hey, Bill.
Tired.
Bill, the quickest way to make my kid not racist and me racist is quit bringing this shit up.
Yeah.
Quit throwing it in my face every day.
Yeah.
All right. Because most of us are wanting to enjoy a game. If I was there and I seen that kid, I'd shake his hand. I said, "That is awesome."
Yeah.
That's what I would want people to say to him.
Yeah.
And I think that cowboys and Indians are cool. They're a cool part of American history. Okay. Yeah. There's the good with the bad with that, the history, but the history itself is really cool. And to sit there and badger this little kid, like you said, he's part of, Native history. My family, my mom's mom, there's some Cherokee Indian in the bloodline there.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me to do the tomahawk chop. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
So,
my grandmother was Cherokee Indian. I mean, I'm part Cherokee Indian.
Right.
And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that heritage. I also on my mom's side of the family, I had one of my ancestors came over on the Mayflower. So I mean, I've got on both sides of the family, I've got people that came over on the Mayflower. I've got people that were here, Native Americans. We're just all a bunch of. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but it is a melting pot of everything here, and that's what we are. And I'm so tired of everything being racist because, as the phrase goes, once everything is racist, nothing is. It's the same thing with, like on The Incredibles. Once everyone's a superhero, no one is.
The saying, the boy who cried wolf, it becomes, you become immune to it.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. You don't take it serious anymore.
No.
Because, I could talk. You could dress up as a rapper, or a pilgrim or whatever for
Yep.
Halloween, and it doesn't make you racist, man. So I don't know. I think people just want attention. I don't know. Are they really serious? What's going on upstairs here?
Yeah.
But again, this is a game with inside the game, and they're not going to run my sports. We're
Yeah.
going to stand by people that look. If somebody's really racist and being stupid, we're going to say something. But that's
Yeah.
not. Sorry, that's not one of them.
No.
So,
Yep.
so Sunday night, 8:20, Sunday night football, Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Patrick Mahomes has never, I don't, he's never played there before.
Really.
He's never played at Lambeau Field. Is what they're saying.
Okay.
So that should be interesting. If you, hopefully we can win there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
The Chiefs played their A game. They should win.
That's right.
So, but anyways, is there any other information you want to share about the Raiders Chiefs game or anything we just talked about?
No, no. I just think that we need to keep the penalties to a minimum, and keep keep the working together going, and just make the game happen. Make the game happen. Sorry, that was a notification on my phone. Mitch Holtis.
Mitch Holtz, it rocks. That's all I got to say. Mitch Holtz is the man. Look, the penalties. There's three keys. Sorry, the allergies are getting to me. Three keys to this that make the difference in the Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
Turning the ball over in the red zone. I don't think they did that last week. Guess what? They scored 31 points.
Yeah.
Penalties. They're still doing the penalties, and they're still doing the drop passes. Okay.
Yeah.
But
There
you
weren't as
took one of
many
the.
passes, I don't think, but there was still some.
There's still a few, not as much. So they dwindled that, but you took one of those away, and you won the game.
Yeah.
Just think about if you can take two of those away. Then
Yep.
you win the other two games. You win the Eagles game. You win the Broncos game.
Yeah.
And probably win the Lions game. Like I said, I was telling some other guy the other day, Broncos they were due to win 1 out of 17 times. So I'm not even upset about that game anymore. I'm upset about the Eagles game. They should have won that game. They dropped balls and turnovers in red zone.
Yep.
But somebody told me, well, look, you don't want to win all the games and have a false sense of what you need to work on. So
Yep.
as you do lose these games, you just tweak, and then by the time you hit the playoffs,
Yeah.
you should be doing pretty good.
Yep.
Well, as far as the Raiders and Chiefs game, that I'm happy with it, and I can't think of anything else to talk about. I think later on this week we do another video. We'll talk about the Packers game, if you know. But
Yep.
I'm ready to do the picks. If you're ready,
I think we're ready.
all right,
So,
let's rock and roll.
yeah. Let's see here. So we had week 12. Let's see. We had Green Bay and Detroit. Green Bay won 29-22.
Yes, and I was happy. Sorry about covering my face there. We both picked the Lions. um, so but I'm not complaining. Packers won, so we both lost that one.
Boo!
Boo,
Okay.
that's
Then we got Washington and Dallas whooped Washington 45-10.
we both got the Cowboys. We both picked the Cowboys.
All right. Got that one. Okay, so then we got San Francisco and the Seattle. San Francisco won 31-13.
All right, I picked 49ers. You picked the Seahawks, so I won that one.
Okay. All righty. And then we got the Dolphins and the Jets. Dolphins won 34-13.
Okay, we both picked the Dolphins.
Okay. And then we have New Orleans against Atlanta. That was 15-24 Atlanta. Atlanta won that one.
Yeah. We both picked New Orleans. So we're both outie on that one. Ooh.
Okay. And then we got Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh won 16-10.
We both won that one. We both picked Pittsburgh.
All right.
Yay.
Excuse me. Okay, now we got Jacksonville and Houston. Jacksonville won 24-21.
We both picked Jacksonville.
Yes. That'll work. Okay, then we got Tampa Bay and the Colts. Colts won 27-20.
I picked Indy. You picked Tampa. So.
I picked Tampa?
Yeah.
Nah, okay. Wah, wah. All right, then we got New England Patriots. They got 7, and the New York Giants got 10. So Giants won by 3.
You won that one.
I got
Giants
it.
win. Yep. So